Matthew 17:19-21 says, "And the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, 'Why could we not cast it out?' So Jesus said to them, 'Because of your unbelief. For assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you.' However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting." The Christian view of Matthew 17:19-21. 1. Faith is a spiritual force based on trust in God. Christians believe faith is not self-confidence, positive thinking, or human determination. It is trust in God's power, character, and promises. A mustard seed faith works not because faith is strong, but because God is strong. 2. Mountains represent spiritual barriers, not physical geography. Christians interpret mountains as demonic oppression, long-standing problems, deep emotional pain, difficult assignments, impossible situations. Faith unlocks God's intervention in these areas. 3. Prayer and sometimes fasting is spiritual dependence. Christians believe prayer is not ritual. It is connecting with God's power, and fasting sharpens spiritual sensitivity. Some situations require not force, intelligence, or willpower, but deep communion with God. 4. Failure in spiritual work is often due to lack of faith, not lack of technique. The disciples tried to cast out the demon using their old methods, forgetting that spiritual authority must be renewed daily. Christians see this as a call to humility, intimacy with God, spiritual growth. 5. True faith is not about size, it's about direction. A small faith placed in a great God equals unlimited potential. The world's view of Matthew 17:19-21. 1. Faith is positive thinking or mindset. The world often sees faith as self-belief, motivation, optimism, emotional strength, confidence in one's abilities. Faith is psychological, not spiritual. 2. Mountains are motivational metaphors. In secular interpretation, mountains equal career challenges. Mountains equal personal goals. Mountains equal financial setbacks. The focus is not God, but self-effort. 3. Prayer is a necessary effort as everything. The world says, try harder, work smarter, believe in yourself. Discipline is enough. There is no concept of spiritual warfare or divine empowerment. For fasting is for health, not spiritual breakthrough. To the world, fasting is dieting, cleansing, weight loss, discipline. It has no spiritual value. 5. Failure is due to lack of skill, not lack of faith. The world attributes failure to lack of strategy, lack of intelligence, lack of planning, lack of resources, not lack of trust in God. The core difference. Christian view. Faith is God-powered. Prayer is God-connecting. Breakthrough is God-driven. Mountains fall because God intervenes. Worldview. Faith is self-powered. Effort is self-driven. Breakthrough is self-made. Mountains move through human strength alone. In essence, Christians depend on God, the world depends on self. Christians believe faith connects them to divine power. The world believes faith is a motivational mindset. Christians rely on prayer and fasting for breakthrough. The world relies on strategy and effort alone. Christians attribute victory to God. The world attributes victory to personal ability. This is the core contrast in how each perspective reads and applies Jesus' teaching.